All right, so I guess tonight, how y'all doing tonight? We got um cold funk man Rexx Garvin in the building tonight. And he's gonna give y'all some play. I gotta get ready for him. Um, let me get him in here. I'm on. Let me get him in here. Hey, cut your mic on, man.
Is it
You hear
on?
me? I got
Do
you.
you hear
I can
me?
hear you fine, man. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, man? It's a
Everything
pleasure
going
to
all right
be
in
on your show,
Colorado,
King. Huh?
man? Everything going all right?
So far, so good, man. Can't complain. It's a pleasure. Are we live now?
Yeah, we live.
Yes, it's a pleasure to be on your show, man. I see you making a name for yourself in the in the podcast community when it comes to dropping that science and that logic you be dropping, young man, but with your old school ways.
well, it's always good to get applause from people older than myself. So that's good. I'm glad that you gave me some props. I mean,
Oh yeah,
it's
man.
appreciated.
Yeah,
I don't do it for
you
props. I just do it to tell the truth. But hey, it is what it is.
no, well, the thing about you is that you're not supposed to be tripping. You're not supposed to be. You're not looking for a compliment. I, I'm just very impressed that you're the way you are, and a guy like you and Queen Lauren, Queen Lauren, people like yourselves, the way you talk and the way you speak tells a lot about the kind of people that you guys were around. Uh, in your age range, in your early 30s, the kind of common sense you have is very unique and very necessary, but it's not interrupted. You know, you are on point. You're off the hook. You're young. You got a lot of fire, but you're not stupid by a long shot. You know, you're a deep dude. And again,
Yeah, man.
for soul brother, and again, no, listen to for soul brother Judge Joe Brown to anoint you and to be on your show, like I told you before, that lets you know you batting 1,000, bro. Because soul brother Judge Joe Brown, he ain't no joke. He's all the way live. He definitely ain't no stage gimmicks. He ain't no stage gimmicks.
well, you're not stage gimmicks either. You know, I was thinking about, they say you call yourself the funk prophet in the last message, but they say you used to be a comedian, right? But really, to be honest with you, you bring a lot of enjoyment to the comedy.
Well, that's why I go by the last specialist. See, a comedian, somebody like Chris Rock. Chris Rock is a great comedian. I think Steve Harvey's a great comedian. Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, uh, Alonzo Bolden.
Yeah.
Uh, there's a lot of great stand-up comedians. Jerry Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld to me is the epitome of stand-up comedian. There's a lot. Bernie Mac, a great theatrical nightclub real life comedian.
What about
Bernie
George
Mac was all,
Carlin?
huh?
George Carlin?
George Carlin, another genius. George Carlin, yes, man, he's the next level. He's a professor and a teacher. Uh, Very deep dude, man. And I see how you mention him. That tells you a lot about you. For you to mention people like that tells me what kind of person you are. You're very in tune. You're very in tune. But
Well,
yeah, man. But I went through my travels, in my life travels. You know, I came up in a show business household anyway, so I come from a show business family. So I was born into it, which was a handicap. See, it's a handicap because by me being born into it, I had no hunger for it because I was already in it. Had I been hungry, I would have been somewhere else in my life, but everything has its purpose. But I went through this and I went through that, and the funk prophet is real deep because my whole concept is, when I say the funk prophet, people say that I'm very preachy. I'm very preachy. That's what they say. Rexx, when you on stage, you're very preachy. I know I was dating a young lady back in the late '80s, and she would see me. She says, "Man, she was from North Carolina, by the way, beautiful sister, North Carolina." She says, "Rexx, you're too preachy." And then, but meanwhile, I was, feeling but I was always playing old school music before I would come on. I play some Curtis Mayfield, James Brown, Kool and the Gang, and Earth, Wind and Fire, all the elements. But I would feel funky, but then when I would be on stage, I'd be dropping that uncut funky logic on people. And I just had another way about me, and I came through the comedy clubs. I was always a funny person. I mean, I can make people laugh. I mean, if the energy is on a 3, I can bring it to a 10 real easy.
All
If the
right.
vibe is
Well,
if the vibe is dead, I can make it alive. That's what I do. So
okay.
it's kind of like I tell people, in the house of laughter, in the house of comedy, I do reside. I'm just way over on the other side. That's all. So
Well,
I
let's go.
specialize in the uncut, forbidden, personal laughter.
Well, let's go to the other side because we got a topic to discuss.
Yeah.
I don't know if any ladies in the chat listening or whatever, but maybe they'll tell us how they feel about it.
Mm.
So last night, for the first time in a while, I had said, you know what, I'm gonna sit back and watch the Super Bowl, trance, miracles, whatever, right? And you know, so just sitting there watching, I said, dang, they got all types of symbolism. That Joe Biden on the screen talking about vaccinations and all that stuff during the middle of a football game. Before the football game stopped, I'm like, but then when I sit back and realize, because I haven't been watching TV, I do a lot of stuff on YouTube and I read and send articles, like I send you stuff. Okay, what's so crazy? Um, is they had a thing going on, and I'm gonna give you an example. Something good here. This is good, but it's bad. It's good advertising the way they did it, but they brought on the equalizer after the show. And they playing this right to come on after the Super Bowl, right after the Super Bowl. And I guess you told me about what you think about the equalizer. And somebody texted me back and said, "Oh yeah, that movie had Denzel Washington to do." I said, "No, this is Queen Latifah." And they said, "No, well she can't play that part." But they had her playing it. But then I realized something else. 2 women were on the championship team last night, got rings, and 2 other and the woman refereeing the game it was a woman refereeing the game. So I said, man, we done got stuck in the age of stupid and feminism on steroids. You sent me a text today says it's over for straight people. I'm like, look, we got to do something to get things back the way it was. Get the women out of the men sports. They don't need to be there. Not like that. Not the way they going full speed with this thing. They going full speed ahead with it. Then they gonna come and say, oh, you can have a now they gonna say you can have a man or a tranny or whatever. They're gonna start having men dressing up being women. So it's just getting kind of like it's getting a little bit too much, They're going too far. But like you said, they're not going too far. They just touching the surface.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's what you
Go
said.
ahead.
So I don't know. You say it's no hope no more. You say you can't come back.
Let me tell you something. There's books that have been written. There's the Bible, and there's other kinds of books. There's other kinds of stories. Me being a life traveler, funk prophet, laugh specialist, poetic conversation, verbal expressionist, whatever you want to call me. I've been there, done that. I don't know everything, but I know just enough to know what time it is without the watch. I tell you time and time again, King BJ, what do I tell you? We are operating from the what?
Uh
The
oh,
mind blow.
the mind blow. That's right.
The mind blow. We're operating from the mind blow. The shit has hit the fan. The jig is up. Straight people had their time already. The forbidden has now come from the hidden. It's too late. And why I say it's too late? Because the whole world act like it. When I hear Soul Brother Judge Joe Brown talk as a man, 100% pure beef, no byproducts, capital MAN, Joe Brown's a man, homemade from scratch. But he's also a walking nervous breakdown. Well, he's a walking nervous breakdown. Why? Why? Because he's in his right mind. He's 100% man, pure beef, no byproducts, uncut. Been there, done that. Soul Brother Judge Joe Brown is a walking university. He's a walking college. The man has levels. He's whenever he talk, we're students. Whenever that man, no matter what, when he talk, we like this, listening. We listening. But he is from a time. He has been there. He has marched. He's been in movements. He's been there. He's done everything physically. He didn't read about it. The man has actually done it. As a man, he has paid dues to be himself. And thank God for people like him and Jim Brown. Not the other. You see all these Jim Browns, the football player, the actor, the greatest man ever, three the hard way. Jim Brown. Was it the Cleveland Browns? Brunswick, Georgia. Jekyll Island. Jim Brown. All these brown men. Another man. We're not going to have those men have paved the way. Rick Fox. Rick Fox is a man too. These men have paved the way, man, but the jig is up. Because from the way back, the men with the dicks and the wigs have planted the seeds a long
Is
time
it Rick
ago.
Fox or Red Fox?
Rick Fox, the tall dude, the basketball player, the actor, Rick Fox.
Okay.
He's a man. He's a man. Let me tell you something. A lot of men have paved the way for people like you and I. And be happy with that. You're not going to save everybody, brother. Okay? Thank you for being aware. And thank you for doing what you're doing. And then here's the good news. Here's the hope. Here's the hope. It's people like you exist. There's people like Kulik. There's other men that exist. Dr. Randy Short. So there's other men out there that exist, and we are representing. And in the words of Willie Hutch, she said, brothers are going to work it out, but brothers will work it out eventually. Because this corona, also the forbidden has come from the hidden. This corona has brought up some other kind of shit too that's making us wake up and smell the damn coffee. So like I said, the silly shit has come to a halt. The hope is that us straight people are going to have to stick together because our time is up. Rupaul, okay, who I started doing comedy with in the early 80s, early 80s, 1981, Rupaul, the drag queen. He's on television every minute, every hour, promoting men with wigs and dicks. Talking about
Right
here
now?
come the girls.
Right now?
RuPaul's
Right
drag
now?
race.
Is he doing that now?
Huh?
Is he doing
Say
that
what?
now? He's doing that
Yes.
now?
Yes. On VH1. It's the biggest thing ever. The commercials on every second. The commercials on every second. He said, "Here come the girls," and you see these big truck driving looking mugs coming out backstage, but then they put on their shit. They look like women. That's why I say nowadays when I meet somebody, I better see a pink blanket in their flashback. Okay, I want to see a baby. When I meet a woman now, I want to see a baby picture. I want to see a pink blanket. Okay, I want to see her flashback. I want to see her when she was a little girl. Because you may be talking to a woman, but then you look at the flashback, they were a little boy. His name was probably Bob or James, Leroy.
I got a
You
comment for
know,
you. Look at this.
and that's
Yes,
what
it's
we're dealing with
RuPaul
right there.
Drag Race, drag queen.
Yes.
Say he has
Hey,
an
hey,
Old Navy commercial too.
that's right. That's right. That's right. They know what I'm talking about. Everybody know what I'm talking about. People, am I lying? They show that commercial every 3 seconds. And these big labor ready truck driving dudes come out from backstage and they put on their shit. They look just like women. And they got their little they got their little lip turned up. They got their little selfie picture looks that looking all cute. And these are grown ass men with dicks. So, and then let's get to Queen Latifah. Now here's the scary part. Do you know who originated that role? The equalizer.
Denzel Washington.
No, he didn't. There was an actor by the name of Edward Woodward that played that role
Okay.
because back in the 80s, he was an English actor. Matter of fact, he died in 2009. Edward Woodward. He was it was a television show back in the 80s called The Equalizer. Look it up. Everybody Google it. See, I don't Google shit. I got my mind right here. I don't Google shit. Everything is right here. I'm old school. But Edward Woodward and my man from the Police, the drummer from the Police, the group the Police, Stuart Copeland did the music. He did the soundtrack in the 80s for The Equalizer. One of my favorite shows, by the way. And then in later on in the 2000s,
Hey man,
the
you hitting some fire tonight, man. You hitting some
huh?
fire. You hitting some fire. Look at this.
Yeah, okay, right. Yup. Thank you. Yeah. So fast forward to in the late a couple of years ago, the fantastic, awesome Denzel Washington, he did great with that role. He did great. So everybody thought that it came from Denzel, but no, Denzel, it came from the television show back in the 80s, The Equalizer with Edward Woodward. Uh yes, somebody exactly. Donald Washington said that. Exactly. So Denzel did a fantastic job. Then he did the second movie, it was excellent. Okay, but with those kind of roles, those are roles that we're used to seeing men in. Okay, keep in mind there is a population of heterosexual men that love superheroes. That love heroes. Now we're living in a politically correct world where everybody is trying to satisfy us. So are they trying to use a black woman to make a point? Well, that's cool, but give her another role, but don't let her be the equalizer. Let the guys do that. Let me tell you something. If I'm having a problem, if I'm having a situation, I'm not going to call Queen Latifah to save the day for me. That's embarrassing. Okay. And if I got a girlfriend or a wife, she's not going to respect me if I got to call another woman to save the day for me. That ain't right. That's cool. That ain't cool at all. And then they had the audacity and nerve to put the show on after the damn Super Bowl. Come on. If you a heterosexual man, how you supposed to feel? I mean, I'm a straight man. I got feelings too. That's enough now. Okay. I respect RuPaul. I think RuPaul got it going on. I used to MC some of his shows back in the day when he had RuPaul in the U-Hauls, and I was called Mr. Outrageous. So RuPaul and I, Bill Nunn, Radio Raheem, so many people back in Atlanta back in the 80s. Thomas Bird, who died last year, who got shot last year, who was on Get. He played, I think, Mr. Luther and Set It Off. And he was in Get on the Bus, Spike Lee's movie. He got shot last year. Nobody talks about that, but he's part of my memory, my
Where's your
culture, my
man?
flashback. What's up, my man Coolick? That's my partner right there, my main man Coolick. Check out. Oh, matter of fact, let me promote the show. On Thursdays, you're going to have live at Coolick's with the Funk Prophet, yours truly. Every Thursday, man, we're going to have an all-star cast. You're going to see people that's off the chain. It's going to be one of the greatest shows ever. Tell a friend. You're really going to see what I'm about. live at Coolix on Thursdays, man. Gonna have special guests. Uh, the King BJ right here is gonna be part of it. My niece Lauren Powell. I want to give love to Valerie Denise Jones, even the real Dana. Want to say hello to real Dana. You know, she's out there too. Uh, so many great people that I'm, just meeting and everybody and stuff like that out here in the universe. But yeah, man, this Queen Latifah thing is not good. Put it this way. Let white folks have their heroes, man. I never forget. I didn't like when Will Smith played that character in the Wild Wild West. That's why the movie didn't fly. You know damn well it wasn't going to be no brother with a suit on, looking like that, telling white folks what to do, in the 1800s. That didn't make no sense. See, we got to stop doing what white folks do. Let's create our own damn characters. Queen Latifah should have do. Queen Latifah should have do. If she's gonna do a character, but don't call it the Equalizer. Do the same shit, but don't call it the Equalizer. I'm not going to call her to kick somebody's ass for me. I mean, this woman is boxing. She's doing karate. She's taking name and taking numbers. I mean, if Queen Latifah was trying to keep that closet open, if Queen Latifah was trying to keep her closet closed, she definitely kept it open on. She got it open on this one. I mean, she's looking rough now. She kicking some ass. And the show ain't gonna fly. I mean, the show ain't gonna fly. Even other women don't want to see that. Other real women don't want to see that. And I think I think other gay women may not want to see that either. You'd be surprised, no matter what background, who people are. You'd be surprised how many people don't want to see Queen Latifah be the Equalizer. That's all. I mean, she could be anybody else. Let her be in a Western. Annie, get your gun, or maybe she'd be the first black sheriff in the town. But don't let her be the Equalizer. Look here. If I'm dating a woman, and if I got a problem, and if I can't handle the situation, and if I call Queen Latifah to come save my ass, that woman ain't giving me no loving, man. She ain't gonna want to hook up with me. I'm single, King BJ. I'm looking for love. Okay. All you ladies out there, you want to know, I'm looking for love. Okay. All right. I'm letting y'all know right now. And if you got some nice children, I don't mind being a dad for some of your children. But if some of you got men in jail already, and all of a sudden when I come around, they want to see the children, we ain't gonna make it. So if a lot of y'all got a lot of, I don't mind your kids, and your kids got to be cute. I don't want no ugly kids around me. Let me let me stop. No, but seriously though, Queen Latifah, being the Equalizer, bad move, bad move. That it's too much.
All right, man. What you talking about, man? This man, all right. He talking about he's sorry to keep interrupting, but I've already got about 4 comments and females that don't like her doing that. That's good.
Mm-hmm. That's what I said. You'd be surprised, man. I mean, let her do something else. Queen Latifah is one of our great. Queen Latifah has grown to be one of our greatest actresses of our time. I mean, from hip hop to rap, the flavor unit, all that she was doing with Tretch and all them, coming from New Jersey, East Orange, Newark. Queen Latifah got some skills, and she can sing. I mean, she's very multi-talented. She does Broadway. I mean, she's Queen Latifah for a reason. She's Queen Latifah for a reason. Okay, I give her props on that. She's queen. I mean, she can back up her name. But for her to be the Equalizer, hell no. No. Okay? And she is kicking ass and taking numbers. That commercial really scares me. Because I mean, she's a Revlon beauty. She's on a Revlon beauty with nice skin and being a woman. Now she's kicking ass. I mean, now you're messing with our minds. And I'm gonna tell you something too. With this culture, what we're living in right now.
All right, here you go, bro. Got another comment for you.
He said, "I would never watch that show." I think right. Thank you, Miss Dawson. Thank you. God bless you for feeling that way. Miss Dawson said that when it comes to equalizing the situation, she want a man to come solve the problem. She don't want another woman to come save her. She want a man to be there. Thank you, Miss Dawson. Bless your heart. And that's how women should feel. That's why and also too, even though television is a fantasy, it's a fantasy. But what happens is it can capture the viewer's reality. Um, There are a lot of young, uninformed minds out here that are searching, that are looking for something. And that's why television is very effective. That's why they call it programming. That's why they call it television programs. Television programs, because they program you. Uh, a good movie, good music can definitely captivate your listening ear. What is it about music that makes us want to get up so we can get on down? What is it about music that makes us want to dance? Because we listen. So music is very powerful. You know, music makes you snap your fingers. Music is real deep. Music makes you move. Music is very effective. And whoever says music is not effective, they should be shot with a shit gun and arrested for stinking. It's not true. Music is very effective. It's like you are what you eat and you are what you listen to. Okay? Um, People, uninformed minds, no matter who they are, what color they are, while they're in the process, excuse me, while they're in the process of trying to find who they are, they watch television or they watch something that captivates their curiosity. They watch something that captivates their mind while it's in the process of trying to figure out the life puzzle. And while they're looking and while they're seeing, they may be having an identity crisis. Somebody said, well, everybody has a choice. Yeah, you have a choice. But how do you know you have a choice when you're not hip to the choice? While you're traveling in your mind, looking for some kind of identity. And meanwhile, you can have mental illness, you can have a little mental dysfunction going on. So while you're in the process of being you, you end up being captivated by something that attracts to you. So if you keep on, so in the process of you being you, if you keep on seeing a dude with a wig and a dick and a dress, a dude with a wig and a dick and a dress, a dude with a wig and a dick and a dress, they get a reality show, they have a situation, you see it working for them, then they do their parades and they're parading with their butt out, ass out, free, free, free. Well, this is our time now. We can be who we are. We can be free. We can use the same restroom. So I'm gonna take my dick out in front of a child while I'm peeing because we can use the same restroom now. See, this is getting crazy. This is a circus. Ass out, belly to the pavement, face down. Okay? This is crazy. We have lost our natural mind. We're operating we're operating from the freak show. We have totally arrived at the hellified.
Can I give
Once
you a
upon
comment? Can I give you a
once
comment?
hold on. Once upon a time, we were in a rush toward the hellified. Now we have arrived at the hellified. Rex, do you think they're pushing? Yes, they are. Yes, they're pushing. Let me tell you something. Very good question, Miss Dawson. They're doing everything to push the agenda. That's what they do. They are what you call messengers from the committee. They're messengers from the committee, and their job is to push the narrative. That's what they're doing. See, let me tell you something, Miss Dawson. Life is a story. There's a beginning, a middle, and an end. It's the life book. All you do is just turn the pages. You turn the pages, and either you can become a character within the book that's already documented, or you can jump outside the book and create your own damn story, which is what King BJ is doing, which is what my niece Queen Lauren Powell is doing, which is what you're doing, Miss Dawson. Everybody's creating their own story to get out of the bullshit story that somebody have already written us in. Because I'm gonna tell you, in some cases, we could be living a lie. We could be living someone's illusion. So when you say what is real, what is real? You have to ask these questions.
Well, in this world right now, up is down, left is up. I mean, left is right, right is left, and down is
And the
up.
free and the frequency is down. The frequency is down.
You know something? Me and
Let me
Dawson done about 3 or 4 shows. Let me tell you something. Dawson is very intelligent, very very intelligent. Um,
a signal is up.
yeah, yeah. Nurse, very intelligent. And a joy to talk to. Actually, to tell you the truth, all jokes aside, I'm gonna be dead honest with you. Over the last three years, I've met a lot of women that's interesting to talk to. So you know, I'll tell you something that really bothered me over the weekend, though. This is very interesting. I had somebody send me a picture of a woman that was trying to put the tracks in her head and put gorilla glue on to make the tracks stay, and then she had to get all her hair cut off to get the gorilla glue out. I'm like, are we living in the age of stupid? But unfortunately, when I know I got the women in this shit, and and this is crazy because it was like last year, a guy said, "Man, you know what, man? You don't hardly interview any women." I said, "No, I can interview women, but I got to interview the right ones, though. I gotta be like Valerie,
Oh
Dawson,
no, you
Maury."
talk to, yeah. Oh no, yeah, you do. You talk to a lot of women, the
Yeah,
intelligent ones. Valerie,
yeah, yeah,
Valerie Denise Jones, Doctor Johnson.
yeah. I mean, I said I don't have a problem with them, but I got to point out the facts, and they got to point out the facts to their own sisters. Or matter of fact, they ain't got to point out the facts to their own sisters. They don't want to. They
Well,
can
how many times did you have Doctor Johnson on your show?
3 or 4 times.
Thank you. So you know what, King BJ, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody.
Why
What you
not?
do is obvious. Everything is documented. You know, you are straight up no chaser. So you back up what you do. All people gotta do is look at your past videos. They go, oh, okay, women, 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 women.
Yeah. Well, no. This is why I mean, I got the first one. So, but what I'm saying is, like, it's more so of a tone, like, and I even tell women down here, like, y'all gotta start checking y'all sisters. When y'all sisters get out of line, either you check them or you disassociate. Same thing with me. Either I'm gonna check you as a guy. Well, first of all, as a guy, you ain't gonna give me that much of a headache anyway, because I'm just not even gonna deal with you anyway. So you ain't got that much time to piss me off. You know? So that's the thing. That's why, like I said, you said we're living in a world of stupid, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm looking at, you know, clown shows all day, like a damn minstrel show on TV, like you said TV, but I like you just talking about Rupaul and all this stuff and all these people. But it's
Well, I'm
still
gonna
hold
tell
on.
you.
Ignorance is low ignorance, you know better, but you do it anyway. Yes, that's right. Ignorance is if you know better and you do it anyway. Now let me say something here, because I want to get to this topic, because I don't want to forget it. You're in Denver, right?
Yes.
Okay, now I know you've been hearing all year, even in Denver, BLM, Black lesbian Marxists, or what we call I'm gonna call it Black lesbian Marxists, but I'm also call it Communist Manifesto with because they walk around with the communist flags, and they be I know they out there in Denver, Colorado too, but I realized that Denver got police not coming now and mental health care workers coming to the rescue
Yes.
to
Oh yeah.
handle. Okay, now see the defund the police movement is tricky because you could defund the police, but then you could also bring the stop crime and violence. You could start doing a military occupation. You really don't want a military occupation because they train to kill, even more than police are. So that's why I said you got to be careful because you get into a martial law type state here. Actually, you're already in it in some places. Look at DC, like they fortified the Capitol. That's martial law symbols all day long. Yeah,
Amen. It's already started. See, let's get away from the fact what's going to happen. No, no, it's happening.
that's right.
Let's kill the word gonna. Let's kill the word gonna. It's on. That expression, it's on. It's on right now. It's on. And I'm gonna tell you how you know it's on. When they give you more bullshit television shows. Whenever they give you more shows, more game shows, more shows on television, what they're doing, they're keeping your mind off the crazy bullshit. Okay. And the crazy bullshit is what we're living through every day. And only you know what that is. And I'm just telling you, man, you're gonna have to take off your costume of ignorance and put on your outfit of common sense and logic. Okay, because here's what happened. Back in the 80s, they started planting the stupid, silly seeds of the bullshit. Television talk shows started happening. The godfather of this madness is Jerry Springer and Maury Povich.
Oh
This
wow.
is when television programming locked into a personal stupor, and the personal stupor within began to circulate. And then the circulation within the interior began to dominate the whole mind of the common sense. Next thing you know, everything we had was kidnapped without even knowing about it. It came through the music and it came through television. You'd be surprised the elements of that crazy shit when you watch and when you hear, when you watch and when you hear what comes into your system and how it carries your ass away to a place called ignorance land. You're in stupid city, and all of us are victims of being in stupid city. Okay, all of us are guilty of being victims of ourselves. We are caught up in some shit. Okay, but the good news is you can get out of it, because in order to enjoy a rainy day, you have to have sunshine. In order to enjoy sunshine, you have to have a storm. In order to enjoy some form of heaven, you have to go through some hell. No pain, no gain. Nothing is easy. Whatever doesn't break you will damn sure make you. Okay. And right now we're going through, and you have to excuse my French, everyone, but I'm gonna be real with you because this show is not for children. Right now we're going through a mental clusterfuck. It's a mental clusterfuck right here, and we're operating from that shit too on every level. It's deeper than the virus. Mhm, mhm, mhm. It's deeper than the virus, man. We're living in the world of a question mark. There's a question mark. There's an animated question mark that's above our head, and we don't know what to and how to because we haven't been trained to. And this is what happens when you have the lack of an elder, when you have a lack of a big mama, a lack of a grandma. You remember them grandmas back in the day, Miss Gertrude, Miss Hattie Mae, Miss Peggy, Miss Barbara Lee. You don't have those older women anymore because older women now are stupid. You know, back in the day, man, grandmas used to be intelligent. Grandma had a third grade education, but there was something very smart about her. She had mother wit. She had other kind of common sense. But the new grandma now, she got her belly showing and she wearing a Tupac t-shirt and she dropping and she twerking. And that's the new grandma now. The new grandma now is twerking and she just as dumb. She got government butter, flashback mental breakdowns with Section 8 fantasies, you know, operating on stupid and think she's intelligent. And then they watch these shows on television, and those are housewife shows. That whole chapter, all those housewife shows did not help. That did not help women, that especially black women. That shit did not help. The Let me tell you, there's no doctor's wives that throw
How you like
champagne
this
wine at
comment?
each
You
other.
like this? You like that?
Folks have become completely yes, they have, Monique. Yeah. Monique is a regular one on the I think she comes on the Kulik show too. Hey
Yeah,
Monique,
she
how you
does.
doing? Nice to see you.
Yeah,
But
she's
yeah,
she's
man,
she's
that
great.
whole Housewives chapter have totally taken away logic and common sense. Let me tell you something. From the people I know who were doctors' wives and these wives who live in gated community, they don't throw champagne and wine in people. They don't throw each other's face. They don't tear each other's hair weave out. They're not fighting by the pool. These people are very calm and nice people. The wife of the dentist. Then they get together at a party and they start knocking each other's teeth out. They're supposed to be upscale and went to Howard University, or maybe some of them. A lot of them came from the pole. I'm sorry, they didn't come from college. They came from the nightclub stripping on the pole. Then they become somebody's wife. Then they have chandelier tastes, but they came from a weekly hotel. But all of a sudden they got chandelier taste right now. And got church's chicken in their pocketbook. trying to be upscale. So every people are full of shit, and like Monique said, um, it's delusional, and that's what we're operating from. We're operating from a variation of the delusional, crazy shit. Mental illness is in full effect, and we have lost our natural homemade cotton picking mind. We're operating from crazy.
Well,
Being
let me ask you.
crazy, being crazy and out of our mind has now become the new norm.
You
So to
want to know
be out of
something?
your natural mind is the new norm.
Let me tell you something, Rex. I used to work in a prison, right? And we used to have a group called the 5%. In life, they say you got 85 or 10% of the 5%. And 5% is, there's a rap group called the Poor Righteous Teachers. I know you probably heard of
Yes.
them.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
that's what
big time.
the 5% is called. It's the Poor Righteous Teachers too. Okay. Now, one guy came to me in the prison. He walked up to me. He said, "Let me ask you a question, man." He said, "You're a corrections officer, but you know a lot." So yeah. I said, "Yeah, I know what you're talking about, man." So we as an inmate, we used to talk quite a bit. We used to have a little bit
You
of
got
dialogue.
a lot of intelligent people in there, man.
Oh yeah. Matter of fact, to be honest with you, a lot of them more intelligent than the ones you see walking around
Yeah,
out here.
yeah, yeah,
They're
yep.
more intelligent than people with college degrees. A lot of times, to be honest with
Hmm.
you, in certain circumstances.
Hmm.
I mean, they know how to make stuff. They know how to. You talking about liquor? They know how to make liquor in there. They know how to do everything. But look, check this out. So, but I'm glad that one thing about it, you know, ever since I'm just say since the early 2000s, I think ever since 9/11, you done had a more greater awakening of people realizing the BS, realizing how their governments failed them, and then that ascended with the election of Trump. And like I told the people, I don't have no problem with Donald Trump at all. Donald Trump is fine by me. Shit, I don't have no problem with him because
He's a
I
bu-
like look
he's
when
he's a
you don't
businessman.
have politicians, when you don't have politicians, you're gonna get the truth. Donald Trump was exposed a lot of stuff, and he was just too real. For being real is costly. Okay,
Right,
people live in their own delusional reality.
right.
Most people like, you know, I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna put it this way. If you're like you 50, how old are you? About 58, 59,
I'm
right?
I'm gonna be 59 next week, February
Well,
24th.
we got to put a special category for you because a lot of people past 65 and up are mentally handicapped. And then a lot of us, and my people my age, are mentally handicapped too. Anytime I got to deal with people talking about they going to um get a pair of Jordan for us to get something to eat, I know you mentally handicapped. Now, so I'm gonna say something to you here. So there's and Dawson is in the chat, and I'm gonna put this because I'm gonna bring up something very interesting that she said right here, but I'm gonna talk about it. She listen. How housewives love having ruined black women. They have an illusion they want their lives to be that way, and they will put it in any man just to have that life.
Amen. 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 See, but you
Now,
know what? There's a lot of women like Miss Dawson out there that they're getting a bad rap for these shows, man. The more there are more women like Miss Dawson than what you see on television, but television will never give you the Dawson. So you get the illusion of that of the Nene. When I walk into the room, I hold it down and I'm this and I'm that. Why are you all that? What have you done to be all that? What have you done to be all that? What the Monique said, reality TV is like a drug. These people are addicted to it, and they will break their necks to watch the buffoonery. Well, also too, they will break their necks, but also it takes them it takes them away from depression. A lot of people are depressed, so they rather watch some other tragic, beautiful life on television than to deal with what's going on in their own home. So just to get away from some kind of so-called of your own personal reality. That's how those shows succeed. It caters to a certain dysfunction that all of us have. Uh, All of us are not perfect, you know. It caters. A lot of people say they don't watch that stuff. They watch it. They watch it. It's like somebody say, "Hey man, I don't watch midgets that fight. I don't watch that." But yes, they do. Yes, they do. They watch midget wrestling. They do.
Uh, now, let me say something to you here. So in Dawson's town of Houston, it's
Mhm.
a representative named Sheila Jackson Lee trying to pass. She was sponsoring a bill called HR 127. That would make you pay $800 license for a gun. They want the people to come get a gun registry in 3 months and have a psychiatric evaluation of, you know, to get a gun license. And if you don't pass the evaluation, you cannot have a gun, license your gun, right?
Well, that means white people got to turn all their weapons in because they didn't have one when they get a gun. You gotta
Well,
do evaluation. All of a sudden, you gotta do one now. See, now they making up shit. See, now it like I said, it's on now. It's on.
okay,
It ain't.
now, but I'm
It
gonna
ain't.
tell you something.
The
It
jig
ain't
is up.
just
The
it ain't
jig
just
is
be
up.
white folks because it could be me, you, and a lot of others. Because they could part of that psychometric evaluation might be: do you think it's alright for a man to be in a dress? No, I don't. Do you think it's alright for men to play in girls' sports? No, I don't. So they might try to flip the psychiatric evaluation and say, "Well, you're not mentally fit to have it because you don't see nothing wrong with a man running down a football field with women." So they could flip that too.
Let me tell you something. Here's my take. I came up. I was born in 1962, and my time coming up from a kid to be a young teen, they had a lot of heavy television shows that would come on and totally captivate your mind. Shows that came out in the late 50s, but they were television shows in the 60s. Shows like the Twilight Zone, Rod Serling and the Twilight Zone,
I
One
really
Step,
try to.
big time, big
Okay,
time,
I just had to
big
make sure
time,
we.
big time. We are, matter of fact, if you want to take it there, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you this from the top on the Funk Profit tip. We are living the illusion right now and we're paying a realistic consequence. Okay, right now we on some other shit. We on some other shit. Corona has brought the next level of shit we ain't never experienced before in our life. And for only thing that you have to survive for the future is the flashback of what you were raised up with. Okay? That's the only thing you got to keep you going is the flashback you were raised up with. To take you through the future. Because right now, the shit is here. We are living the uncut mind blow. Okay? And also, too, I'm gonna let people know too. I'm going to be moving down to Atlanta in a couple of months, and I'm going to be doing live shows too.
There's a
So
guy.
I'm
There's
not going.
a guy that want
I'm
to meet you
not
down
going to. I'm not going to be doing this virtual shit. Like I'm going not too long. I'm going to be. I'm going to be around humans because what they're also doing too. They're taking away the human connection, and so they're keeping us at home. Matter of fact, if you got a business like brick and mortar, those buildings are becoming empty now. Office buildings are becoming empty. We need to study what's going on. I mean, we're living some really scary, deep sci-fi flick shit. We're living like reality shows. We're living a reality
there.
sci-fi flick. This is a reality sci-fi flick. If you go to anywhere downtown USA, you look up, you look at empty buildings now. They don't have people in them no more. When you pay your bills, you're talking to customer service and they at home with a house coat or maybe butt naked talking to you and they doing customer care while you taking care of business. You talking to somebody butt naked talking to you while you doing your business, your credit card, whatever. Everything is
You
what it
want to know
is. So
something? You want to know something? They did this virtual school thing earlier in the year, and daggone the daggone child was doing virtual school, and they could see the mother walking in the background with a gown on.
See? Yeah. See, and that's becoming the norm, which is scary. And so that's what I'm saying. By me being an entertainer and a performer and other variations of what I do, I'm going to be in Atlanta and I'm going to be doing live shows. And I'm going to tell you something. When I do these live shows, I'm going to put humans together. So for you ladies that are looking for a good man, come to my show. You're going to find one. For you men that are looking for a good woman that ain't crazy, come to my events, because most women are out of their natural mind now. Most women are crazy, and the reason why
I'm
a
gonna ask
lot of
these women
women.
a question. I got some women in the chat. I gotta ask them a
But
question.
hold on, let me say this real quick.
Okay.
The reason why a lot of women are mentally out of their mind right now because their mind has not been stimulated, and a lot of them have been having lack of sex. So lack of nookie and having a nutty mind can make a woman crazy because a lot of women have been waiting for the right one, but meanwhile they're losing their mind while they're waiting. So everybody's scared of each other. Men are scared of women and women are scared of men. Why? Because we had other interruptions. So it's time for heterosexual straight people to get together. And that's what the Rexx, the True to Form Funk Prophet, Last Specialist is going to do. When I get these live events going on in Atlanta, and stay posted here to King BJ. King BJ is going to let y'all know what's going on. Kulik. Okay, Valerie Denise Jones show. Y'all gonna know what's going on in Rexx. I'm not everywhere. I only stay within the family. Judge Joe Brown show. The Real Dana, Kulik, King BJ. There's only I stay in that circle. That's enough for me right there. So, and it's a beautiful and it's a great circle to be in. I love the people. I love the intelligence. I love stimulating, thought-provoking, intelligent conversation. Stimulating, thought provoking, intelligent conversation is really food for the soul. You know, Words are very powerful. Stimulating, thought provoking words are very
When you come to
powerful.
Atlanta, I'm about to come see you. How about that? I'm about to come see you in Atlanta.
Oh man, hey, bro, King BJ, come and when you come down to Atlanta, I'm gonna take you to This Is It restaurant. You ever been to This Is It? That soul food. This is it.
Right,
They
I've
got
been
the
there.
best. They got the brother. They got the best food in the world, bro. It's some real soul food. This is it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If any of y'all been to Atlanta before, this is it. Rexx, that is true. Men are scared of women. Women, yeah. Sh- yes. Charmaine, see. Now a person like Miss Dawson, that's what I'm talking about. See, when you mentally equally yoked, she sees what I'm talking about. Now, if me and Miss Dawson connect like that mentally, imagine how many other men and women can't connect. See, that's what we do through a network like this. You find people of common ground. You may not always agree. Life ain't meant for you to agree all the time. Okay. Thank you, sister. Thank you. Life ain't meant for you to agree. But what happens, you find some kind of common sense in the insanity of who we are. I didn't say the sanity. I said the insanity. Because a lot of us ain't wrapped too tight. Because you got to have a little crazy to balance you out. You can't be all normal. You got to be a little messed up and a little bit of normal. You got to kind of mix it. You got to kind of mix it together because we live in a nutty world. So you got to be able to deal with this and to be able to deal with that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. That's how you got to roll with it. Mm, yeah.
Well, well, let me ask you a question. Um, well, actually, I gotta ask the women a question because you say we live in the age of crazy right now, right?
Yes.
And the women can answer this question because we men we can answer this question. So the women in the chat, I was just going through a site the other day. I'm not gonna put it up online because I just posted or something later because every time I do stuff on this thing, it's been kicking me off. For some reason they probably zooming in. They probably don't like what me and Rex talking about. But I saw a thing the other day that everybody can have a period, and I'm like, we are really living in the age of crazy right now. No, a woman can have a period, not know everybody. That's
No,
crazy.
right. Only a woman. I'm a
And
man. I ain't
and
having
I
no
saw
period now.
men
Okay.
actually promoting
No,
this. This was
that
a
ain't
sick part.
happening. No, I'm not gonna be having nobody's period. I'm a
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. So I couldn't believe they were actually promoting this. But
Well,
when I look at the transgender health secretary, when I look at the trans taste, transportation. Yes, Monique 2C. They're actually promoting that men can have periods now. You might can go find it. If you can't, I'll send it to you later. But yeah. Oh yeah, it's getting to that point. But we gotta understand something.
Getting.
Well, it's
We
already
have
at the point.
my friend King BJ. We have arrived. We're
Okay.
there. We are at the gate. We are already inside.
So
The party, hey brother, the party has already been activated. You understand me? You said throw your hands up in the air. The hands are already up in the air. The party's live and kicking. It's
but
just
is that going
me,
on?
you,
Is
and
that
the
going on
others
in
ain't
Colorado
inside
too?
the party.
Is that going
Huh?
on in Colorado too?
Everywhere, brother. It's everywhere. This is it ain't it's life now. You just gotta it's life. It doesn't matter what state now. We in some bad shit no matter where you at. Being a
Well,
human being, being a human. Let me tell you something, brother. In the next 5 years, being a human being is going to be a lot of work because now we're dealing with the machine, the android, and the robots. So when somebody say your ass is fake, they ain't bullshitting. Your ass is fake. Because you're dealing with a robot or an android now. Then see, here's what
well,
you gotta do. Check out what you're dealing with. You got talk about keeping it real. Shit. You got to find out if you're dealing with a real person. And then if you're a man dealing with a woman, you got to make sure she's a woman and make sure she ain't got a dick. That's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a puzzle. Everything is a puzzle now.
woo! Yeah, it's called transhumanism. But look, check this out. You know, it's a store in Dallas. I think it's a Kroger that's all self checkout, no human
You said
working the
self
cash.
checkout.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they,
I agree.
yeah, so they are getting to that point. Self driving cars, man, this thing getting a little creepy, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But even the guy knew what's his name? What is it? Elon Musk was talking about putting a neural link in a person's brain or some shit.
Well, look at those shots they're going to give you for that COVID. You don't know what's in that shit. You don't know what's in
That's
that
why.
shit.
Well, that's why it's best to keep. But you know what? I was just riding today and I saw a billboard in Richmond. Daggone, they're gonna have them at local pharmacies. Come get your vaccine. I'm sitting there saying to myself, I ain't coming to get a goddamn thing. You
Hey man,
goddamn what the
Davis
hell?
got them at McDonald's now. You can get a Big
For the
Mac and a
vaccine?
shot. You can get
For the
that's right
vaccine?
here down the street. You can get a Big Mac and a shake and a shot.
Are you serious?
A combo meal. A Big Mac, a shake and a shot combo vaccine meal, bro. You can get that.
God
I'm
damn,
only
man.
bullshit. I'm only bullshitting, bro. But you
Okay.
know what? But you know what? I had you though. It's possible. Ain't that scary? Ain't
Yeah.
that scary though? I mean, let's say I'm trying to be a comedian, right? But it's possible. A Big
Well,
Mac, a Big Mac, a Big Mac fries, a shake and a shot. And I'm gonna tell you, some people will go for it just to get the Big Mac. You'd be surprised that people are that stupid. A Big Mac would get them to put something in them. Somebody offered them a damn Big Mac and a shake and some fries to get a shot. Somebody volunteer for that shit. Somebody will do, and it ain't got to
well,
be a dumb person. It ain't got to be a homeless person. It can be a very well-to-do person. It can be a rich person. I mean, it can just be a person just because they wanted a Big Mac. Okay, say, hey, bro, I give you a Big Mac if you take a shot, some fries, a shake, apple pie. Okay,
well, you know something? I'm gonna say something about this thing, cause I just don't like the way people pushing it. Like you got black pastors pushing it, you got everybody trying to push it. Man, look here. You be the daggone. And as a matter of fact, Dawson and me had a show earlier, and guess what we said? These are not vaccines. They are biological experimental agents. They have not even been tried and tested. These are experiment, man. I ain't no guinea pig. You want a guinea pig? Go get one that's on the damn gerbil, running around the damn gerbil wheel. Stop leading me down the gerbil wheel.
Hey man, we got this lady on the Kulik show named Sonia, man. She was dropping some science about that. Y'all need to check it out. She was making some good points about that. Check out on the Kulik show. Her name is Sonia. She was talking about wearing the mask, and she's a white woman out here that refuses to wear the mask. That's deep. That's a heavy.
Well,
I
let
deal
me
with
say
all
something
kind of
about that. Let me
people,
say something
man.
about that. Oh yes, you're right. She's right. I'm flabbergasted by these folks that wouldn't take a flu shot ever, including me, and are willing to take this experimental vaccine. They want to be first in line. Yeah, that is very stupid, Monique. But look, let me say something. And I won't even wear the mask in certain areas. I might have it around, take it off, and stuff, daggone, because the only thing you can do is you can tell me come in the store. I don't need your business. I mean, I can go somewhere else. I mean, I got to wear a mask to get on this plane, but that's about it. Certain areas, but most of the time, I'm not putting that on, man. Daggone, it's embarrassment. Daggone, for something that's 99.9% recoverable. Just like the other day in Naples, Florida, they actually they tried to tell on people because the people didn't have a mask on in the store, and they tried to tell snitch on business. And this thing also bring up a lot of snitching, and people going telling, um, um, they go telling all this stuff. I'm like, what the fuck? Why y'all telling on each other? So it make people give this guilt complex. Oh, I gotta tell because you ain't your job to tell me, daggone. They used to always have a saying, no, man, your job to report what people are doing. They ain't got demands on the other. Stop trying to shame people. Stop trying to shame people. You got Al Sharpton's little coon ass telling people to take a vaccine. First of all, I'm like, look, like I told Dawson earlier, if you listen to Al Sharpton in 2021, unless you're 80 years old and you believe in the civil rights nonsense, your level of intelligence cannot be high to listen to Al Sharpton. I don't listen to buffoons. I don't listen to Al Sharpton. Buffoons like LeBron James. Dwayne Wade is damn sure a buffoon. I wouldn't listen to him if you paid me because he prancing around with a transgender son, or whatever the hell it is going on. Daggone Gabriel Union probably more manly than him, right? So I'm just saying, like, we got too many stupid people, but I got an idea because I did discuss this with Kulik. Okay, let's do this. We got the buffoons. Let the buffoons take the vaccine, and whatever happens to them happen. Maybe they die, or maybe they get sick or whatever. And let the people who want to live. But stop trying to push it on me. Like I said, I have a low tolerance for ignorance, and the buffoons, look, they need a life. Drown, do something. Get out of public life. I don't want to see you on TV anymore. That's why we talking about the world of sport and play. That's why, like, Super Bowl, it didn't even really interest me. I wanted to see how many vaccine commercials they gonna put on and all that stuff and stuff. I wanted to see what way we're going to do. So we got to get out of the sport and play right now because time is of the essence. We in the matrix right now. I'm trying to get out of here. I'm trying to float around, see, get to the top of the matrix, but you get stuck in the matrix sometimes. Not me. You're not in the matrix because you can see through the bull crap. But it takes special people to see through this bull crap because you got family members that in the BS in the matrix. Like me personally, I'm gonna give you an example. A lot of people believe that what happened at the Capitol is real. I'm like, you couldn't see this was a script out of a movie. This ain't look like the movie called The Purge or something. I'm like, I'm like, call people terrorists. I'm like, no, they're not terrorists. There wasn't nothing to happen because they were allowed to do that.
No, those are white. Those are called white Americans.
That's right.
That's right. They're no terrorists. Those are white Americans.
Yeah. But what I'm saying, but they're using it as a experiment to try to pass a type of law, censorship and all that. And that's another thing. This cancel culture thing, they making you think you the bad person, but I actually tell you, you just speaking your truth. And I like that. That's why I like when you get on, brother, you speak your truth. You know what you gotta say. Have you noticed they use the word about the mask? Everything is mandated. It's not law. That's right. It's not a law to wear it. And it's called recommended guidelines down in Washington. That means you don't have to do anything. So we got to stop being sheep and we got to stop being stupid. You know, we got too many stupid people. As a matter of fact, I'd be dead honest with you. I mean, hey, if I could get rid of most of the stupid people, I mean, and lead them to look. See, like I said, I don't mind segregating stuff out. We got a section over here for stupid people, and we got a section over here for intelligent people. Because intelligent people and stupid people don't mix.
No.
You got
no, they don't. No. Well, I'm gonna tell you, I ain't gonna lie. For a very long time in my life, doing what I do, I've been around a lot of dumbass people, and it's very unhealthy, and it's draining. It's horrible. It's pitiful. It's draining. It's horrible. It's pitiful. It's draining. And you get zero results. You get zero results around stupid ass people, because stupid ass people have no dreams. They have no tomorrow. They have no intelligent conversation. They are stuck on being themselves. They're very close-minded, and they're very comfortable in their very limited world. Even if you don't travel, go somewhere in your mind. Go somewhere here instead of just staying in one place. So yeah.
But let me say something to you. Let me say something. The word stupor, like you stuck in a trance. Mm-hmm. Stupid mean they stuck in a trance too. See what I'm saying? So, because a lot of them are intelligent in a lot of areas, but they stupid in other areas because they stuck in a trance. So they still stuck in the matrix.
And there's also a lot of people that are a prisoner of ignorance.
That's right.
They're a prisoner of ignorance. And guess what? They're in jail, they're in prison, and there's no bars. There's no bars. There's no chains. There's nothing holding them down. They're just stuck. So they become a prisoner in their mind. And also because ignorance, being ignorant to the fact, being dumb to the fact, has kept them on mental lockdown. So they was on lockdown way before Corona came. Way before the quarantine came. They've been on lockdown way before 2020. See, that's, that's part of the problem.
Hey, look, well, Dawson said, it's facts, Rexx. Not enough. She said too many closed-minded people.
Yes. And the house is packed full of them. The house is packed full of them.
Yeah, you're right about that. Now I got a couple of minutes left, right? So let me see if let me post this number in the chat for people. I know maybe one or two people might want to ask you some questions. If they don't, it's fine, and we can end this great episode. Call in number 757-986-0160. Anybody want to talk to Rexx Garvin is available to talk to Rexx.
This was a good show tonight, King BJ.
Hey man, I try my best, man. Hey look, I think I'm average, but a lot of people tell me they like to talk to me. So I'm glad you actually reached out to me to do this, and I'm glad. Yeah, glad I'm glad you asked Valerie about me because you heard my voice and you wanted to talk to me. So it's glad when I have older people call to talk to me.
Oh man. Well,
But
well,
you could be stuck in your own world, and you could be stuck in your own world and say, "Well, I don't want to talk to that young dude." Because we had a dude call the show one time, and he said he told Valerie straight up he wasn't gonna let Lauren talk to him because she was so much younger than him. He said, "I'm not gonna talk to a child." So
he said that.
yeah,
Well, he's the one that missed out. He's the one that missed out.
he did. I think he was a former rapper too. Come to think about it. But yeah, yeah, it was wow. But yeah, and she says people are so closed minded, and they're so closed minded they can't get beyond their wildest dreams.
No, no.
Or are they dreaming? Or are they really alive though?
It could be too. You know what? I think people are a little bit shy about calling. So I, I
Well,
and I'm
look,
a, and I'm gonna say this too. On a lot of these videos, I noticed it's like there ain't that many views happening. So it's cool because I'm gonna get a lot of traffic from Comedy Hype coming this way because I got a lot of views on Comedy Hype.
well, they could be
So
shadow banning though, because YouTube they've been demonetized people shadow banning, so you probably got more views than you got.
oh, how about that? Well, I'm
On
grateful.
Twitter
I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the people that's like what I have to say, whatever. But
I mean on Twitter, they've been censoring everything. I mean they done gone plumb crazy. But
mm-hmm.
um but anyway, brother, like I said, I'm not gonna hold you too long. I know you got stuff to do. I got stuff I got to take care of. By the way, I'm going to be on a trip next week, and I'm going to tell you how it's going to go after you know after I
aren't you aren't
come
you
back.
going to Texas?
You heard that on the show, then yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Yeah, but let us know your travels, man. I like to know what's going on with you.
and I'm going to actually meet one of the people in this chat, which is very interesting. Um, yeah. Bishop Scott is in the chat.
Hey, Bishop.
That's another guy you were talking about.
Yeah.
Um,
Bishop Scott, uncut, 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 man. I mean, you got all these intelligent minds, man. It's really good to hear stimulating, thought provoking, intelligent talk. Bishop Scott's one of the best. You guys, there's so many good speakers out there that talk their mind and they really give you food for thought. It's another form of school. It's very informative. This is not a dumb network. You get a lot from this. Yeah, man. You
well,
think
well,
you
look,
think about it. You think about it the next day. You just don't let it go somewhere else. You think about it the next day. So it's good
well,
food for thought.
well, this is what I'm gonna say. Hey, look, man, I want you to keep in touch. Let people know how to get in contact with you, brother. That's what they need to know. So because I would say to people there in the comment, hey, I'm gonna come to Georgia to see you, man. Look, I'm gonna do it.
Hey man, all you people, I'm still getting stuff together. All they gotta do is keep tuned to King BJ. Check me out live at Coolix on Thursdays. You'll find out everything about me. Everything is going to come out on that show. Like I said, I'm going to have legends on. This show is going to grow. Live at Coolix is going. Let me tell people this before so they know what's happening. I'm doing live at Coolix because when I move down to Atlanta, I'm going to be doing a live podcast show. I'm going to have a live studio audience. So I'm getting people ready for what I'm about to do. So it's going to be. I'm gonna have food. It's going to be like a private invite. I can't because we have to do social distance. But we're going to have a gathering, and we're going to be doing live shows. We're going to have King BJ come down, have Lauren, everybody that I met through the network. I'm gonna have them come down, and people that used to know me from the Comedy Act Theater back in the day, back in the '90s. So a lot of people that knew me from back a long time ago. And I'm gonna tell you, especially the new millennial crowd. King BJ, Lauren. I mean, let me tell you something, to be honest with you. In the past year, I have met these new black millennials. Oh my goodness.
Hold
The
on.
best
You got a
thing that
call.
ever happened.
Oh, you got a call, man. Hold on. I don't know who this
The
is. Hold on.
best thing that ever happened to meet these young black intelligent people.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, they're calling you on your phone.
Yeah, yeah. How you doing?
Hey, this is Don Washington.
Oh, Don Washington. How you doing? You got a question for Rexx?
Well, I just got a comment. I agree with everything he's been saying tonight.
Okay.
And I just wanted to say, too, is that, yeah, it's a lot of stupid people out here in the world today, and, yeah, they all on lockdown, and I've talked to a lot of them. And, man, the people I've been talking to since all this virus business has been going on, I thought they were pretty intelligent, but I'm finding out they're just, I mean, like you said just a minute ago, I mean, they just destroy your mind and let them with the craziness that they're talking about. None of them seem to understand what the heck is going on in this world. They're just living their own daily lives and going about their business, don't want to be bothered with anybody, want to go, if they're still working, go to their jobs, go up and hide up in the house. It's just crazy.
Well, yeah, brother. It's a sad story, but you got the funk prophet right here, and he is breaking it down. I'm giving Rexx the credit, man, because he say he the lab specialist, and I don't know, he been making me laugh, but guess what? He been breaking his truth down, and I really appreciate him, being on the line.
Well, let me piggyback with. Let me pick.
I listen to your show, and it's very, very good information. I love you guys you have on there, and I hope you do well and keep it going. And maybe I'll get to meet some of you guys one day. I appreciate it.
Let him. He got something he want to say to you.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, to Don. Hey, Don, I want to say, yeah, man, just hang in there when it comes to intelligent people, because intelligent people, man, is sometimes hard to get to, because the world is filled with ignorance, man. I mean, most people, like, they just caught up in most people are caught up in some stupid shit, and even they don't know they caught up in it. So when you meet somebody, or when you're around somebody that has intelligence, you almost have like a Holy Ghost feeling. It's like, oh, it's like utopia. Like, oh, you get excited because we have been overcome by ignorance. Ignorance and stupidity, stupid and dumb shit has been the leader, and we all have been affected by it. So again, Don, with this corona, Don, it has made the flowers rise from the shit. So all of us are flowers rising from the shit.
Well,
exactly.
Well, look, Don, I gotta I thank you for your support. And thank you for calling in. And I just wanted to say that I do appreciate it, brother. And take care. And anytime you see me, hey, just leave a comment in the chat, because your comments was right on 100%.
Thank you, King, and thank you, Brother Gavin there.
Yes, sir.
Garvin, and
thank you.
Safe, and hey, I'll be looking to hear some more from you.
All right, now.
All right.
Thank you, Don.
Okay. I think you got one more call coming in that I know of. And I got one more call coming in.
That was a nice call. That was a nice call from Don.
Yeah, I appreciate him. Like I said, I do appreciate those who support me. I try to, reach out to people, man. So, but thank you. That was a good call. All right, this is somebody. Hold on for a minute, yeah. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me, DJ?
I can hear you.
Hey, this Cheryl Dawson. I have a question for it.
Go ahead, Rex. This is Dawson, the one you talking about.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say two parts. The first one is I've always said this thought too, or that's kind of been running through my mind lately, with all the division, the transgender, LGBTQ, all of that's going on. It's like they're trying to destroy the nuclear family as well as, the heterosexual relationship. So I even thought here we probably need to start throwing heterosexual parades like they have today Pride Parade, just to honor who we are as far as our biological features as being a male or a female. The second question I have, and I've asked Judge this too. What happened, and I don't know if you've been around people, I know you're almost 59. What happened, you know what I'm saying? What happened with the other generation during the civil rights movement where they just dropped the baton? And we're in a predicament we're in now because they stopped fighting. I'm going to give you a prime example. So older people like in their 60s, 70s, everything we're trying to push, asking for justice, whether it's against police brutality or whatever we're dealing with as a culture of Black people, they dropped the ball, so they want us to carry the torch. They want us to carry all the water. Hey, stay on the demon cracks about reparations. Well, hell, we told y'all old folks to hold your damn vote. We didn't care who got it on. So what are you gather about why did they stop fighting? And now all the pressure is put on us, which we are fighting from a grassroots level, us millennials, to get what we actually deserve.
What do you think? What do you think about that, Rex? That's a tough question. You like that?
Miss Dawson, if you don't mind me asking you, how old are you?
I'm 39.
Okay, that's a good age. That's a good age. Here's what happened. That's a good question, and thank you for asking me that question. They're victims of circumstances. You said what happened? Now listen to what I'm saying. Here's what happened. They're victims of circumstances. They didn't know what was going to happen until it happened. Okay, it's like the sky is falling. Chicken Little said the sky is falling. They said, yeah, whatever. What happened was they didn't see what was about to happen. We are living the rude awakening. See, you cannot predict a rude awakening. A rude awakening has to fall upon your ass. Okay? There was nothing grandma can do. And then there was nothing the uncle can do. There was nothing the grandpa can do. Meanwhile, within the camp of the civil rights, other people had other agendas. Okay? There was everybody. See, when people are fighting for rights, what rights are they fighting for? Are you fighting for the same rights, or are you fighting for your own personal rights? There was a lot of gay people. There was a lot of gay people in the movement in the 50s and 60s. There was a lot of down low, a lot of bisexuals in the movement. They were going for themselves. They were motivated to get what's theirs, not yours. So what happened was, you said what happened? Before you came to be, and while you were in the process of who you were, somebody that was an elder, they put their future and their life in someone else's hands. And when they put their future and their life in someone else's hands, somebody goes, oh, this is yours, whatever, and they throw it away because it's not theirs. Okay? They don't give a shit about you. Okay, let me tell you. Your family may not care about your ass. You think the outside is something. Turn around, look inside your own house. You'd be surprised who don't like you. It can be your mama, your daddy, your grandpa. You be shocked who don't like you and your cousin, your jealous brother, your jealous sister. You never know who don't like you in your own damn house. Forget about the stranger. They say blood is thicker than water. Bullshit. Give me a stranger. Give me a stranger. So you ask what happened. The rude awakening. Nobody saw it coming. We all are victims of circumstances. We're victims.
Yeah, I think you heard him, Dawson.
Yeah, I heard him.
So what does she think? What does she think?
Well, let me say something. Let me say something, Dawson, before you bring that. And Dawson actually has she brings great insight on a lot of subjects. I think we did a video earlier. Reverie did a video earlier today. She's been on shows. She's a called in. She's been on done shows with Kulik. She done even been on a show with I think Judge once or twice or whatever. So
She's another old school spirit.
yeah, so
She's
you
39.
know.
She's 39, but she's really 60.
I've always been saying, I always been told I had an old spirit, even when I was younger. My mom used to call me grandma, so.
See? Yep, there you go. Case closed. But
okay, hold on for a second.
Let me ask you this: did I answer her question? I mean, did that satisfy her? Did that satisfy her question?
Did he answer? Did he answer your question?
Yeah, what he stated, they weren't prepared for what was up ahead of them.
Well, look.
I mean, if you're living in the unknown or unforeseen future, I guess you're not prepared.
Just hold on 1 second. Okay. Yeah, Dawson. Well, look, Dawson. Hey, look, we always appreciate your insight. I got one more call. I think this could be it. So,
thanks, BJ.
No doubt.
Thanks,
she said, "Thank you, bro."
I'll see you on other shows.
Okay. You got one more call. Go ahead.
Hey, Rexx. Well, this is Bishop Scott. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good. You know I gotta chime in here. Judge Brown's not here. I'm the only one on the screen right now, I believe, at 69. But let me say this: I agree exactly what you're saying, Rexx. We really did not anticipate. We didn't anticipate what integration really would become.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't what they really felt. At one point, I think we really went awry a little bit with this integration. It went too far. We became so longing to be a part of their group and their agenda that we lost sight of our own. And then we wanted to become like them. To me, integration was a two-edged sword. It went too far. That's why there is no black businesses like there used to be when I was growing up. When I was growing up on the street that I lived on, every business from the barber shop to the fish market to the mom pie store to the churches, everything was black. My grandmother and my mother got their hair done at the black beauty parlor, not at the Vietnamese one, or the Korean one, or the Chinese.
Hey, Bishop Scott, where's Bishop from? Where's Bishop from?
Now they're gone. All that stuff is
Where's
gone.
Bishop from?
Was O. Johnson. Motown was owned by Barry Gordy. These things are passe now because we wanted to be a part of so badly, and we were led by the civil rights leaders of that time. Another good point I think that should be mentioned as well is this, that there used to be a thing called apprenticeship. Even during the times of Christ, he had disciples that he taught where to go after he's gone. What should we do? After you're gone, what should we do? The sad part about the civil rights movement is that all those men that were leading died in their 30s. They died at the same age as Miss Dawson. She told me she's 30-something. Martin Luther King died at 39. Malcolm X was younger than that. Medgar Evers was younger than that. So all your leaders died in their early 30s and late 30s. None of them reached 40 years old. Not nay one. So it's like you're saying before, they didn't anticipate the fact they had to train, that they were still young men themselves. 39 is a young man. That's when King died. He was 39. Malcolm was younger than that. So they thought they had another, 2, 3, 4 generations, or 4 decades rather, before they would have to hand over the mantle. They were assassinated without nobody taking over the leadership. None. So when you have that void, when you have that gap, keep in mind that was the 60s. Here we are now in 2021. Who has filled that gap in between time? Who was raised to fill the gap in the meantime? And then we got off course. We went to this integration thing to the extreme. So you got that working against us. You got the fact that black folk, that the black leaders didn't think they were going to die in their 30s. So they thought they had some more time to go. Yeah, they all did. You know, so I think that big gap between leadership and leadership, that void that happened, hurt us in a big way. And then we were heading toward an integration path that also led to destruction.
Well, Bishop, like I said, we always appreciate your great insight. And hey, look, Rexx, call the Bishop show sometime on Wednesdays.
Hey, hold on. Where's the Bishop from?
Pennsylvania. Philadelphia.
Hey, Bishop, you know what? Let me tell you something, Bishop. I'm from Mount Vernon, New York. Okay? I'm 59 years old. Bishop, I'm 59. Let me tell you something. You ain't never lied, sir. In Mount Vernon, there was nothing but black business, man. Black record shop, black ice cream shop, black bakery. Everything was black. Everything is amazing. Everything was black. This is like in the 60s and 70s.
That's right. There you go. Everything was black. We did everything black. Our whole lives were amongst each other. Our money stayed in our community.
Yep.
But now
and Bishop,
we don't want to go to Howard University. We want to go to Harvard University. We don't want to go to Morehouse. We want to go to the University of Mississippi. We don't want to go to Payne Seminary or Allen University. We don't want to go to Cheney University. We don't want to go to those schools anymore. We want to go to the Ivy League, or at least the white schools.
We've
lost identity of who we are.
Let me share with you about black culture, about us in the variety. You said you're in Pennsylvania. It's amazing. In the 70s, Muslims used to be on the corner selling Muhammad Speaks.
I remember.
Right? And in some neighborhoods, check this out about black community. In some neighborhoods, they had little restaurants called Shabazz restaurants where you would get Philly cheesesteaks and bean pies. Yep.
Yes, they did.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York.
Neighborhoods. We knew each other. I knew your great-grandmother. Not just you. I knew your mother. I knew your grandmother. She knew my mother. We were a community. We were a neighborhood. We don't have that anymore. I live next door to people. I live on people that actually live upstairs above where we are. I don't even know their names. They don't know me.
People don't talk.
But our lives are not intertwined like they used to be. You know when people you were coming home.
Yeah.
Well,
people don't talk.
Well, Bishop, let me say something. I'm thrilled that you gave the Rexx a good call. Rexx, you can get this guy on Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Real Talk with the G-Man on his show as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm glad to have you tonight.
Thank you, Bishop.
Thank you. Thanks for calling in and blessing us with your presence, brother.
Thank you, Bernard. Thank you, Rexx. Always
thank you, Bishop. It's a pleasure to talk to you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Bishop.
Now, yeah, brother. I just went, yes, Sandra, but in Detroit too. Detroit had a lot of black businesses. Actually, it's taken over by a lot of Italians now, if I'm not mistaken. I pretty much know that. But yeah, Rexx. But yeah, man, look, man, this was great, man. Come back anytime and let's do this again, man.
For sure.
You got the Funk Prophet, the last special.
Last specialist, feel good therapist, funk jam artist, poetic conversation, verbal expressionist. You can check me out on Thursdays live at Coolix 8 o'clock on Thursdays. And then we're going to be, then I'm getting ready to do the live show in Atlanta, Georgia in a couple of months. To stay tuned to King BJ. Stay tuned to this circuit right here. And you know what I'm doing, and it's a pleasure. And I had a good time with you today. This was really fun and thought-provoking. This was really good.
I think a lot of people had a good time on this show today. I think that if I let one of them comment, they say they had a good show. Actually, 3 people already called, so they must have had a good time. Everybody had a good time. I think they did. You're an interesting guy. You're not like Steve Harvey or something. So as long as you're not like those buffoons, I can deal with you. But and you're not trying to push vaccinations on people, so hey, we can live with you.
No.
But yeah, man. I do thank you coming on. Give me, contact your niece or whatever. And I'm glad that you actually like to sit and take your time and listen to younger people tell their story and what they want to talk about. So thank you.
But all y'all make my life, so man, it's a pleasure.
Hey, look, man. I know you said you deal with a lot of you've been dealing too long with a bunch of life dropouts, so regraduated somewhat,
So far, so good, brother.
Yeah, but if you go to Atlanta, I don't know, some of these people in this chat, they might want to meet you in Atlanta and see what you got. Come to your live show.
That's what I want. I'm letting everybody know I'm not doing this for no reason. This is a build-up. I want to get enough people so we can start getting together once or twice a month. We're gonna start having our thing. Cause don't forget, the world's got their thing. You got the equalizer, Queen Latifah being a damn equalizer and shit, taking names and taking numbers, kicking ass. And so you got women taking over, women becoming football players and women taking dicks away from men. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna have a nice heterosexual get together where women can meet men, men can meet women, women can meet men, and we can dialogue and talk. So we're going to bring our kind of culture and good time back.
Hey, Dawson, get ready for the heterosexual parade.
Right. I was thinking about that too.
And I'm wearing black and red to the heterosexual parade with my hat. That's about it. I ain't wearing no goddamn rainbow. I can't stand saying it. Every time I see a rainbow, that shit make me sick, man.
Bless your heart. But well, you just got to stand up for like everybody else. Just stand up for yours, bro.
Yeah, and yeah, man. But hey, look, it is what it is, brother. But hey, look, we in the twilight zone. I'm trying to get out of it, and I'm trying to dago. But I want you to take your time. Be blessed. Thanks for coming back. Come back anytime. And matter of fact, when you get a chance, maybe I know you're doing live at Coolix on Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I might have to come on there. I might have to come on and live at Coolix with y'all one day.
Come be a guest, man. Why not?
Yeah, man, because you got Robert Hines and everybody. I might have to be the guest. Let's get it. You take your time, bro.
For sure. All right, man. And like I said, we're flowers, and we're going to rise from the shit.
Well, you take your time, brother. Peace out.